Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Well, I got a little overconfident on that last run and I got myself killed. I was so hopeful, even though I never really liked that character, but still, that was a terrible death. Terrible death. Now, what was it, 8 minutes into the video or something? Absolutely shocking. And all my fault. All my fault. I forgot that I didn't have Blink, which is insane. Now, I had the tools to take out those skeletons, it was no problem, but I was fooling around with them. Ridiculous. Let's create Slooglenorth, and he is going to be a very hardy spellcaster. I'm going to start as a Gargoyle Conjurer. I'm hoping this should in some way mitigate any foolishness that I might get up to. It's it's something. Sometimes I'm worried that I'm actually never going to finish this game. That's all my fault because I know how to play. I know what I'm doing, but I just get mentally lazy, I suppose, and lose focus. Here we are at level 2 already. Gargoyles should be pretty hardy as far as spellcasters go. And starting as a conjurer gives me all the tools I need to take out anything I need to. Let's go back and get this dagger. Recover some mana as we do so. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to trade out the weapon. I might start trading spellcasting as well. That conjuration level is good enough for now. My magic dart's at full power, and I'm going to switch to a whip even though it's cursed, -3. Let's read some of these scrolls. Identify and remove curse. Good. Well, let's go back to a dagger then. It doesn't really matter on the first level. What matters most is how often you hit, so because nothing has the hit points really to resist you. Gonna be raising intelligence all the way here. We should probably go for maces and flails as soon as we find a good one, because that's where my skill lies as a gargoyle. Not that we're going to be using weapons. We do get a +1 to conjurations, which is decent. I think it's a -1 to spellcasting. Oh, that we're going to pick up. And actually we're going to identify it right now. Let's see. I want to wear some ring mail. It's cursed, so it's fairly worthless. Not branded. I was hoping for a decent brand on that, but the dungeon is not as generous as it once was with goodies on the first few floors. We'll keep it, of course, but I'm sure we'll find another ring mail soon enough, well before we're ready to wear it. We got confused here, which is bad. Should have been paying more attention. He's got a wand of confusion. Let's just let him burn out all his charges. It might be a good number of charges as well. And we hit him with our spell, Searing Ray, which is an excellent spell. For a level 2 spell, it is very overpowered. I'm going to drop the ring mail for now. We're not going to pick up that wand either, since it's expended its charges. Here's Sigmund. Let's duck around the corner. He hasn't seen us yet. We'll poke out a little bit. I don't know if he's seen us, but we're going to let the adder catch up to us a little bit. We'll hit him once, and we'll see if we can trick him around the corner. Now we'll start Searing Ray. Uh-oh. We're confused, and he does hit fairly hard. There's nothing we have to get out of this. And we're dead. Bah! Sigmund, really? Alright, let's try that again. It happens sometimes. But I am generally really good at the beginning of the game. Up to where you always see me die. I usually clear the lair, clear the orcish mines, and then fumble around. Usually I can, if I'm paying attention, usually I can get through the swamp and whatever branch they have there, and I die in the vaults because I just lose focus, and I start, playing reflexively rather than thinking about every move I do. But I could pretty much, the terrible thing is I can do that through the beginning of the game. I can essentially get through the early and up to the mid game without even bothering to think about it, and that's not a good thing because I get lazy. And as far as entertainment goes, I mean, that's really all I want out of the game. I'm happy to just play up to the Lair, and then I kind of get sick of it and I die. I'm a great one for starting video games and never finishing them, so I suppose that's an extension of that behavior. But one day I imagine I'll finish. And I have won the game before, only with 3 runes, but I have done it. So hopefully we'll have a bit of a better run as a conjurer here. We're going to go for intelligence, of course. I'm going to hope we get intelligence on the next one as well, rather than strength. We want some natural intelligence boosts. Starting as a conjurer has the disadvantage of having lower intelligence than a wizard. Also the disadvantage of... did I memorize? Yes. Not having spells like blink and so forth, and that's about it. As long as we can get our intelligence up and get some defensive spells, if we go Sifmuna, that is guaranteed, so we can overcome these obstacles and have all these resistances, and of course not have the abilities that an elf does, but we're a lot more hardy. We're going to get this whip carefully. Okay, let's get the whip. We're going to go for whips on this run because of our +1 hats, better than nothing. Did we start with a hat? We didn't even start with a hat. And we're going to get these needles. Nice and quiet. Let's pick them up. We've got 2 rings now. As long as we get a few scrolls, I'm going to start trying them on. A wing of wizardry. There, we got our intelligence bonus. A ring of wizardry would be nice. Even magical power would be nice. Anything to sort of augment our spell casting, because that's what we're a little shy on, being Gargoyle, but of course it'll naturally raise. We won't have to worry about it. Once we get a good pool of mana, I can turn it off. Once our spells are comfortable and hungerless, everything will be good. It's a nice shining 1 vault there. Down we go. We've used nothing but magic dart so far. We're going to start identifying something here. Heal wounds is a good one to know. Let's try on the rings. +3 ring of strength doesn't do us much good. A ring of stealth. Let's double up on the rings of stealth. There's not much reason for it, but there's not much reason not to, really, until we get better rings. So we picked up a wand of magic darts. That's probably worth keeping for a little while. I won't use it, more than likely. This is worth identifying. Hand axe of chopping, why not? Oh, we are -1 for axes. Is there any weapon? Only fighting. Interesting. I thought we had a bonus to 1 weapon, but we'll keep the axe of chopping. Why not? We have no skill in the maces and flails anyway, and the axe of chopping will do more damage. So we are on level 4, almost level 5. It's time, almost time. As soon as we get to level 5, which will be in another kill or 2, we're going to memorize... ooh. Okay, let's stand above them, and we'll use the Miracle of Searing Ray. There we go. Level 2, more or less, is a level 2 beam spell. or bolt spell. How can you go wrong? Let's get Mystic Blast, and we're going to move it over to F, which is where I like to keep my blasting spell. Probably not quite usable yet. 17%, pretty weak, but it'll get better pretty quickly. Until then, we use our Searing Ray. Flee up the stairs. Glad he had the pitchfork there. I'm gonna Searing Ray him, and he is down. What's he wearing? Scale mail. I want more in the way of mana, so I'm gonna keep... Oh, let's go get Crazy Youth here. This looks like his little hideout. Okay, let's hit him with a Mystic Blast. Why not? That worked. That'll lure him out of his little forest lair. It used to be really nice when you could set the forest on fire. And we got ourselves a cloak for that trouble and a quarterstaff of chaos. Excellent. Let's use the quarterstaff of chaos just because I don't intend to use it unless it's an emergency, and then you're taking your chances. And we'll wear our glowing cloak, which is invisibility. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but could have been worse. I suppose it could have been worse. Our Searing Ray just rips through the enemies there. We'll Quarterstaff of Chaos him down. Luckily he didn't go to Berserk or turn invisible or do anything terrible there. It's a nice little shrine in here with a couple of scrolls. That makes me curious to find out what the scrolls were and what to enchant here. Might as well enchant the Quarterstaff. Don't intend on using those very often. I'm going to actually recharge the random effects because I consider that more useful. I'll remove Curse and Teleportation. And let's identify a couple of potions here. Hope for a beneficial mutation. Nothing. Or hope for a mutation so we can rule that out and start quaffing. Got ourselves another scroll of teleportation there. That'll come in handy now that we've identified it. And down we go to level 4. Intelligence again. We're up to 18, which is not good enough. But we will find a way. Somehow we'll find a way. Took some huge damage there. That axe is nasty. Hand axe of freezing. But we survived. There's Robin. I'm going to back off a little bit. Take down his minions. We'll draw his minions out. They really seem... Oh, it's the Ring of Stealth, yes. I was going to say they seem particularly stupid. But they just can't see me. Well, where's Robin? Did he get away? I want to see his hat. Robin often has a nice hat. Oh. Okay, Sigmund. We meet again, huh? We're going to hit him with a Mystic Blast. That did nothing. He's got an ogre friend. Let's blast with some draining. Good, good. Let's back up. He's gone invisible. Let's blast with... Nothing happened. Okay, we're gonna back up. I don't really care if I waste charges with the Wand of Random Effects. Just as long as I'm not using my mana. More draining, and that should do it. We're up to level 7. Let's just back off here. I remember all too well what happened with Sigmund just a little while ago. And where did he go? I know he's lurking around here somewhere. Start bashing with my Quarterstaff of Chaos a little bit. Yeah. Wow, we're taking damage. Okay. Time to upgrade the armor pretty soon, but I want to get my spells online first. However, defense is starting to look like a good idea. Okay. Dine on the corpses. And off we go. Would be really nice to find a branded ring mail. But even a branded leather would be a handy thing to have right now. There goes Robin down in one shot, and he's just got a normal helmet. I feel cheated, but that happens sometimes. The luck generally comes back to you. Helmet of Intelligence would be really nice right now, but I'm getting by. You just have to, this must be a Zom area. You just have to be a little careful. Butterflies. Magic Dart's great for butterflies because it hits them every time and it kills them in one shot. And there is the unassuming temple vault, and here's Sifmuna. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our channeling, or we will as soon as we got shafted for one floor. What is that? Is that a zombie? Yeah. And up we go. Oh, I want to try on the amulet. Resist corrosion. Well, that could have been a lot more interesting. There's Robin's helmet sitting around on the floor. Unwanted. Hit him with a Mystic Blast. And then move on over into Searing Ray. And down to... Any meat around here? No. Meh, I'll eat a beef jerky. No problem. Sigmund! Oh. Starting to get deja vu. Where'd he go? Maybe he went off to the abyss. Damn that Sigmund. There he is. Curse him. And finally. Well, it is... Oh, he had a wand of teleportation. It is nice to get revenge on Sigmund. He doesn't kill me too often these days. But, it's always a possibility. There's a normal staff, which might actually be far better than my quarterstaff of chaos. Although it came in handy there with a confusion. You never know what it's going to do, though. It's particularly unpleasant when it berserks your enemies. Let's back off, get our mana, hit him with a Mystic Blast. Searing Ray, Mystic Blast, he's dead. And we unfortunately gained strength that time. Just the last thing I want. And here we have a rune spear. Let's see. Vampiric spear. Okay, let's eat a meat ration. Didn't quite do it, so we'll eat a beef jerky. And now we should be able to wield it. Yes, it's +1. I'd rather use the spear than anything else, and I think if anything we have a -1 for it, so that's not too bad. A little more reliable than a quarterstaff of chaos. And you've got the reaching. And you've got the healing. Dagger of Electrocution is good as well, but we're not exactly going for stealth here. Even though we're wearing 2 stealth rings. This Quasit will prove to be annoying, so we'll Searing Ray him. Very, 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 very useful spell, Searing Ray. It can pretty much get you through the Lair, I think. Because it does get very powerful. What is this? I almost want to check it out. We'll try this scroll here. It is Amnesia. We don't need that. But it will come in handy to save piety a little later, so we'll keep it. We can always use Sifmuna's ability to get rid of spells, but in this case, it's better to use Scrolls of Amnesia first. There's good old Khazal. We're not going to go with him. We've already chosen our god. And we're on dungeon level 6. And descending. we found the temple. We're still looking for some decent armor. Really would like some branded leather armor to start with. Oh no. What is our armor class? 9. Not nearly good enough. Let's try this ring. -3 ring of intelligence. Let's remove the curse and drop it. Put our ring of stealth back on. Actually, we might as well put on the ring of strength. Stealth is kind of ridiculous. We don't really need it. He's not dead yet, but... oh, maybe he fell down a hole. When you find a room like this, it's a good method of escaping enemies. If you're on the run and run through that room, more than likely they'll get shafted. And you bought yourself a little bit of freedom. Let's eat this guy. And we're hungry immediately after that. Let's try on this ring. Sustain attributes. I'm not exactly excited about that ring, but it's better than nothing. No corpses, huh? Maybe you'll leave me one. No! I'm gonna pick up the ring mail. Let's do a quick search for armor. The only thing we found decent is chainmail, or possibly decent is the chainmail. And we're not going to be wearing that and casting spells. Not yet, anyway. I suppose it's possible later on, but ringmail's about our limit. And I'd rather start... yeah, smite away, man. Oh. Remember what I said about being able to blink? Let's just back off here. Very useful spell, blink, and I really don't use it enough when I play. That is level 6. Down we go. Here's the spear here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I regain some health. I wonder what vampirism, if it's dependent on anything. Like weapon skill. I don't think so. But it does strike me that it's almost time to begin to be somewhat concerned about... intelligence, please. Somewhat concerned about my armor class, which is our main, going to be our main method of defense here. And all we find is ring mail. Well, let's do something else. Let's memorize battle sphere, and we're going to have to get our charms up for that. So let's turn off spellcasting, get our charms up, and again suffer through absolutely no defenses whatsoever. But who needs defense when you have a good offense? Look at all this enchanted stuff. Enchanted Trident is tempting. Immolation and enchant armor. We will enchant our hats. And why do we enchant the hat? Because we might as well enchant it all the way. +3 Trident is interesting, but I'm just going to drop it. We'll keep the Quarterstaff of Chaos, however. Oh, blowgun. Yes, that is a good augment to have. I wonder if we found one yet. Nope. Really? Yeah, nobody's had one. It's always nice to be able to poison enemies. Soften them up a little bit before you kill them. Let's back off here. Hope that... oh, and that's what I'm looking for. Good, good, good. Let's just hope it's a decent brand on that. I'm going to waste a scroll and identify it. Cold resistance, good enough. Let's put it on. See what it does to our spells. Battle Spear's at 21. Put on our leather of cold resistance. I'd rather it be fire resistance, but who's complaining? 28. So now is the time to begin training armor. It's not the end of the world. Not anywhere close to being the end of the world. Ow. Okay, this guy needs a random effects. Take that. And that. Oh. Well, that's hardly helpful. I'm going to try and confuse him. There we go. Let's just back off here. Get some health back. Oops. That was a silly waste. But luckily oh, he's back. Alright, we're going to have to take him out with a spear. That's not working. This is a nightmare. Why does it have to be like this? Why? Well, that helped. That could have been bad, but we lived through it. Good. Let's just heal up now. Even 1 point of armor is making a difference. I believe we need 9 to mitigate the effects of leather armor, which is actually quite a bit. I always thought that was a little unfair. And I'm still not really that clear on what armor training does. Really should look at the wiki more often. I mean, seems like a bit of waste to train armor skills when all you have to do is put it on. I'm pretty sure they changed it recently too. Okay. That is actually a pretty new question, and I'm surprised I don't know. What the hell does armor do? Why bother to train it, unless if you're not a spellcaster? I'm going to try and run my next Minotaur Berserker with no armor no armor training whatsoever. We will eat the beef jerky, because we're just going to be casting Searing Ray here. And the vaults. The wonderful treasure vaults. Speaking of which, it's really time to start identifying some of this stuff. Let's back off into a quiet corner. We have 1 identify scroll and 1,000,000 potions. So, no. Might take the chance and... one more. Let's go do E. Poison resistance, okay. I'm not going to run around and quaff all my potions randomly, because a mutation could just kill the game. I mean, most mutations are livable, but chances are you're just going to get a bad one, and it's just going to make you not want to play anymore. A book! Minor magic! There's Blink! That's exactly what I wanted. Yay! Blink! And Conjure Flame is always good to have. Prophetic Cloud might even be good to have as well. Yes, except we'll change C and D. Spells, CD. Let's take a little bit, weeny teeny break on conjurations and just get our blink up till 1 or 2. Still using Searing Ray more than any other spell. Haven't used Battle Sphere once. And here come the wolves. Delicious wolves. We're gonna have to dine on Grum before we get more wolf meat to eat. Oh, come down here. He usually has 4 of them. I don't know what happened to them. Probably lurking around the dungeon somewhere. Translocations at level 2. Let's see what it does to our blink. 10%. Could be a little better than that. Let's put it up to 3. And that should come relatively quickly. Bad positioning there. I shouldn't have gotten caught between them, but I wasn't too worried about it. Armor class is up to 15, which is getting decent. Let's see if we can swap out our cloak here with something a little more useful. +2 cloak. I will take it over invisibility. Not that invisibility... actually, might as well keep it. Not that invisibility is bad. It takes a good amount of evocations to be able to handle it, though. To be able to cast it reliably, let's say. We're marked. Don't know how that happened, but it didn't last long. Must have been some sort of trap. What is this? Oh yes, we got shafted, didn't we? So let's finish off this level. How is Battlesphere? Nearly castable. Well, it is castable. It's entirely castable. And we're marked again. Come and get me. No, I'm not going to pick up the javelins. They do good damage, they come in handy, but I don't need them. And now we're going to get in the habit of using our Battlesphere. It's a better habit to get into when we can actually channel. Actually, we can channel. There's nothing wrong with our channeling ability, other than it's a little inefficient right now. It'll be a lot better as soon as we can. Whoa! How did we get here? Oh, let's just target the nasty ones. And back we go. You, sir, die. Excellent. I really want more mana, and translocations is more than enough. Yeah, let's keep it there for a little bit. Although, no. Let's turn off charms. That's good enough for now. It's castable. It's all we need. Conjurations will improve it as well. And I'm talking about our Battlesphere, which is almost like a win button if you have enough mana, which I don't. And finish them off with Mystic Blast. Why not? Our armor's up to 5, which is nice. I think I miscast there. We're going to have to use our spear, but now we're getting pretty tough. Armor class is up to 17, and that leads me to suspect that training armor improves our armor class, which kind of stands to reason, but you never know with Crawl. See that? I blinked. I pressed the correct key to do it, too. And I had the spell. Speaking of which, what is my fail on blink? 6%? Spell casting will improve that. Whoa! This is where you want something like... well, something like... Mephitic Cloud would be really nice here. That is a huge vault. I'm going to open up with a Mystic Blast. I'm going to throw a Conjure Flame down. There we go. Not much to do here other than Mystic Blast them. Sorry, Searing Ray them. And that's I'm going to channel one Mystic Blast in there, see what we can do. And let's just get out of here. But not for long. They all will die. It's just a matter of hunting them down now. Makes me regret I didn't memorize Mephitic Cloud. But I probably couldn't have taken them all out. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I can take them out slowly. Searing Ray. Get some food, rest up. Hello. He did not leave a corpse, but that's okay. I could have used some troll leather armor, I suppose. Oh, speaking of which, let's see what this fellow grants me. Got myself a troll hide, okay. And I believe I have a enchant armor, I do. So I can turn that troll hide into... Oh! What do you know? I didn't even notice that. That's the entrance to the Orcish mines. And it looks like the Lair is here too. Let's see. No artifacts. Oh, we have a dyed leather armor. That's worth checking out. Robe. Look at this. Very little on the way of branded armors. Not even a robe. Fire resistance. Always nice to have. Probably prefer this over the cold. Even though I'm losing an armor point. And I might prefer troll leather armor to all of it. Not good there. You see that fire? Oh, and yet another leather armor. Mystic Blast? No, they're all coming out of Lower Dork now. Let's back off. Back. Ow. What do we have here? Immolation, Magic Mapping, Remove Curse. 12 hit points. I have to take a heal wounds. I'm going to do it. We have to. I'll leave that zombie there. We're going to blast our way out. Searing Ray. And up we go. That was almost a disaster. Bad positioning. First of all, you have to die. Now you. Oh, didn't even notice the zombie was still there. Okay. Let's get him interested. Get our battle sphere out. What I'm curious about is that armor down there. We have to be careful about Erica. She is no joke. Don't abandon me. He abandoned me. I knew he'd do it. Okay, we've got another troll hide here, but that's not what we want right now. Only a bat stands in our way. It took 4 magic darts to kill the bat. Let's read that. No identifies. This is going to be a run. Ooh, +3 leather armor. Okay. Lots to choose from here. We're going to go with the fire resistance. That is ultimately going to be the most useful. Hopefully we can enchant it up. Hopefully we can actually swap it out for ring mail. But that's going to require a little more training. Also, a buckler would be nice. Good. Now what are we training? Well, can't complain about that. Once armor goes up to 9, we can turn it down for now. Or turn it off for now. An elf! Well, he didn't put up much of a fight. Now we've got Prince Ribbits. We've got a dead end there. Let's just consider our options carefully. That was not what I wanted to do. Completely missed Prince Ribbit there. Now we'll go for our favorite creatures, the yaks. What would this game be like without yaks? It would be nothing. And there she is. She can turn invisible once in a while, so let's be sure to blast her good. There we go. Back off a little bit. That was an awfully lot of positioning for a rat, but better to get into better habits than worse habits. First one of these we've seen all game. Can't believe it took 4 Mystic Blasts to take it out. And here we have another hat. +2. Now if you'll notice, this +2 hat is red, and this +2 hat is brown. I like the red hat better, so we're going to keep that. We're going to drop this filth where we found it. And into the lair. 40 minutes in, let's clear a little zone. Let's clear the first floor of the lair, and then we'll Mystic Blast. I don't know what you are, water thing. What are you? Freezing Wraith. You're actually a lot tougher than I thought you'd be. Alright, let's just back off here. That was fairly annoying, but I really should look into those guys. I have a feeling there's something mysterious about them I should probably know. A Necronomicon. Not useful now, but it might be something I may be interested in much, much later in the game. If I don't foolishly kill myself, which I more than likely will. Oh, lots of books. Book of Enchantments. What is in this? Cause fear, deflect, missiles, haste. Very good spell, that haste. I think we might want to consider getting that. But that is again later in the game. Not much later in the game. You know what I have? Disintegration. Though it didn't seem to do much. Usually it does a lot more. Do we have an identify? Yes. We're going to have to use it on our disintegration. And I think for some reason I pressed the wrong wand key and I didn't disintegrate. We're going to try that right now. I disintegrate. No. That hurt like hell, actually. I'm going to put on the cold armor. That'll help a wee bit. We have all the right skills being trained. Magic immune. Lightly damaged. Ice statue is unaffected. Well, what else do we have? Let's try this random effects. Ow. Okay. Looks like we're stuck with the old-fashioned techniques, but that's okay. Pure conjurations. Let's go. Are you a real one? I think you're a real one. Oh, we're starving. Great. Thank God I'm still wearing cold. I'm going to eat a fruit. I'm just going to blast this guy. Now we're going to eat something more substantial. Some meat. Now we're going to get a battle sphere. And now we're going to blast this guy. Now we're going to rest up. Really causing a ruckus here. And they keep coming. Are you in range? No. Oh, I got him somehow. Up we go. Kill the rats, and let's check out what we got. Our ill-gotten booty here. Oh, finally a blowgun. Might as well pick that up. Pretty sure we have potions of flight here. But we also have blink. And as annoying as it is, it does sometimes work in this kind of situation. Wow, we got our first god gift already. Was that a book of conjurations? No. Die, please. Die. It was kind of brown looking. That the Muna's spell weaving is obviously it. And there's nothing we want here. Ozakubu's armor actually might, if I want to bother... Ow. Confused? Ow. One random effects. Random effects. Random effects. Okay, channel mana. Curing, battle sphere, channel. Wow. Oh, where did he come from? What a nightmare. We have to blink now, but where? He's too fast. We'll blink here. Gotta get out of here. Nothing's gonna slow him down. He's gonna go right through the water. We have to read a scroll of teleportation. Hope we end up somewhere better. And that's not better. But it's not terrible. Up we go. Wow, what a nightmare first level of the Lair. Let's drag him up and kill him in close quarters here. I think it might be time to get a little better defense. And what's causing me trouble is wasting all my mana here trying to blink into the treasure trove. And then running out when a monster comes by. So the obvious thing to do is leave that until last. And I think another obvious thing to do is begin to make a stash because we're full. Very annoying first level of the Lair so far. But it's these sorts of trials that mature a crawl player. And mature a character. We're gonna put the fire resistance back on, I suppose. One at cold will probably come in handy. But man, we need some identify scrolls. Those potions are really starting to pile up. Let's quaff our doubles. Mighty. Haste. Lignification, okay. I thought for a second it was mutation there. It doesn't help much. We can quaff A too. I doubt we have 4 mutations. Oh, and that's flight. So that's what we're looking for. Let's just fly across here. Pick up all this junk. We got another flight there. And that's what I want, the staff. No, we'll quaff another potion of flight because they're otherwise all but useless. Oh, we have another leather armor here. Glad I checked. Cards, we don't need those. Let's see what we have here. A +3 leather armor of cold resistance. I wish it was fire, but c'est la vie. We can drop both of these. And that clears up the inventory a little more. Drop the +2 leather and the +3 leather armor. And that is it. We're nearly starving. We'll eat a beef jerky, and we're going to head back to our stash, which we're going to make much more extravagant as soon as we get a wand of digging. And from here we can drop, ooh, yes, unwield, staff of summoning. We don't want that, so we're going to drop that. We're going to try on this ring, and hopefully we finally get a good ring. Cursed ring of loudness is not a good ring. We have only one scroll of remove curse. Great. So we're not doing too well on scrolls here, but we are doing very well on books. The only thing I can see here, maybe call imp to get our summonings up, although call imp is not going to be especially useful right now. Maybe Ozakubu's armor and possibly Mephitic Cloud and repel missiles. We might as well get that. Alright, we have no air. We might want to get some air magic in just to make that a little better, and we're going to drop all the books. And what should we wield? I guess we'll wield the, I don't know. I guess we'll wield the scimitar. And if it's bad, it's bad. +3. The spear's done us no good. We'll keep the blowgun in hand, and we'll drop that wand, that wand, that wand, and that's it. So that's it for now, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.